26, rent's due soon, savings thin, pride loud, but not useful. I'm a city girl who thought I'll figure it out was a plan, not a hope, sharing an apartment with my little brother, hoping he doesn't turn out like most men in society now. Graduated with a communications degree, bounced through 3 jobs in 2 years, none with benefits, and my day life has been coffee shifts, side gigs, and telling myself I'm independent because no one can tell me what to do. College years were my prime time. My lecturers were mostly women, thankfully. They always spoke on how men clung to power because they feared female independence. Professors framed every statistic as proof that men only survived by holding women back. My girlfriends had the same views too. We don't need them. Not really. We've got each other. I obviously have a mind of my own, but if everyone around me was saying the same thing, then it must be the truth. Friends are Ellie and Priya, both allergic to broke guys, but quick to line up free dinners when rent's tight. We joke it's feminism with perks. Why cook ramen when some desperate guy will buy sushi just to be near you? It was a hack. If we wanted nice food, just hit up a guy we rejected before. They'd come running to treat us. We laugh about it like it's an infinite money glitch, LOL. Still, the free meals only went so far. Landlord doesn't take Instagram exposure or fire emojis as rent? Ellie joked about sugar daddies. Priya said she'd rather starve than share a bed with some bald guy in boat shoes. I laughed along, but my checking account balance made the joke feel personal. After one too many friendly reminder emails from the landlord, I knew I needed actual money, not cocktails and compliments. Found a night shift temp at a wholesale bakery, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., no experience necessary. Friend of a friend texted, just show up, sign a waiver, keep your head down. Night shift sounded awful, but rent was louder, so I said yes. First night at the bakery, induction lasts 5 minutes tops, just like my friend said. I sign a waiver, grab a hairnet, get told not to get run over. A couple guys tried introducing themselves, muttered their names, stuck out their hands. I nod without looking. They could be trying to be polite, or more likely testing if I'll flirt back. One bearded guy had a paunch hanging over his belt, another had crooked teeth, the third looked like he hadn't slept since high school. I sized them up in 2 seconds flat and thought, not my type, not anyone's type. Guys like that think a smile means interest, LOL. I wasn't about to feed the delusion. My job that night was simple enough. Push racks of bread from the ovens to the loading bay. They were damn heavy though, even for a gym girl like me. Back and forth, mindless, heavy, my shoulders already aching by midnight. Halfway through one run, I hit a wall, literally. A pallet was blocking the aisle, my rack wedged against it, wheels refusing to budge. I shoved, yanked, even tried to angle it, but the thing wouldn't move an inch. Arms burning, sweat stinging my eyes, I glanced around desperate. That's when I spotted him across the floor, the guy with the beard that probably wanted to flirt with me. I raised my voice without thinking. Hey, the beard guy. The man freezes mid-step, turns slow. Dark beard, sweat-darkened shirt, eyes sharp like I just said something ugly. He walks over, shoves the rack sideways with one shoulder like it's nothing. Doesn't smile, doesn't joke, just looks at me as he helps. I laugh awkward, wave it off. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. He doesn't laugh. He smiles at me like he sees right through it, then says, quiet but heavy. I know. Guys like me are invisible to you. We all are, unless you need something. I blink, heat rising in my face, already defensive. That's not fair. I don't just ignore people. He raises an eyebrow, wipes his hands on his apron. Really? What's my name then? I open my mouth. Nothing comes out. He smirks, not cruel, just tired. Yeah, thought so. Beard guy, right? I bite my lip, arms crossed like I don't care. He waits a second, then sticks out his hand, rough from work. Ben? I hesitate, then shake it. His grip firm, but not squeezing. Congrats, you're not beard guy anymore, I joke weakly. He doesn't laugh, just gives me this crooked half smile. Remembering the right names might save your life next time. He adds a quick wink, like it's half joke, half warning. I roll my eyes, but something in my chest twists. Before I can think of a comeback, he's already walking off, back to his rack. I stand there with heat still crawling up my neck, pretending it's just the ovens. Stumble home after the shift, sun already up, body sticky with sweat and flour. Apartment smells like reheated pizza and boy deodorant, and my little brother, 19, half dropped out of community college, sits on the couch gaming, headset on, eyes bloodshot, yelling, "Push B, Push B at strangers online. He glances up as I toss my bag down. Sheesh, you look fresh. Thanks, I snap, collapsing onto the other end of the couch. I peel the hairnet off my head, toss it like it insulted me. He smirks. Rough night at your bread empire? I roll my eyes and launch straight into the rant. It's not the work, it's the men. You wouldn't believe this guy. He pauses his game, raises an eyebrow. I keep going. Some beard dude basically accused me of treating men like they're invisible. Like, sorry, you push bread racks at midnight. Not exactly boyfriend material. Brother leans back, controller on his lap. Invisible, huh? He's not wrong though, is he? I sit up, instantly defensive. What? That's ridiculous. I don't ignore people. He tilts his head, voice calm. What's his name then? I blink. Open my mouth. Shut it again. He nods, slow, like he just won the debate with one move. Exactly. I throw a cushion at him. Please. Men are so sensitive these days. One little thing and suddenly they're victims. He shrugs, unfazed. Not sensitive. Just sick of being background noise. I frown. Background noise? Yeah. Like we're always there, doing the boring stuff that keeps life running, but nobody notices until it stops. You only hear it when it's gone. My cheeks burn. I cross my arms. Women have it worse. We get objectified, catcalled, harassed. He snorts. Yeah, and half the guys you ignore would trade places just to have someone look at them that way. Leans back, controller dangling, voice sharper now. You think men are players? Most of us are invisible until a girl needs a bill covered. Dinner, drinks, Uber rides, we're walking wallets with names you never bother to remember. His eyebrow arches. Tell me I'm wrong. Before I can say anything else, he continues, and meanwhile? Most men spend their lives doing jobs nobody notices until they stop. Garbage, deliveries, security, night shifts. Leans forward, eyes locked on mine. You complain about being stared at. Most men would kill just to be seen at all. I open my mouth, ready to argue, but nothing comes out. He smirks, not mean, just matter of fact. You think women have it harder? Fine. Look around, pay attention for once. Watch how most men live, the ones you walk past every day. Do it for a week. He picks his controller back up, unpauses the game. Then come back and tell me you'd trade. I sit there, arms crossed, pretending I don't care. Whatever, you sound like a podcast. He laughs under his breath, headset sliding back on, but the words stick like gum on my shoe. For the first time, I wonder if maybe I've been missing something right in front of me. I told myself I'd prove my brother wrong. Not just for me, but to wipe that smug look off his face. Because men suck, men aren't invisible, they just don't stand out. So for the next few days, I made it a game. Watch, notice, remember. 3 names, minimum each shift. That was the rule I gave myself. This would be easy, right? Back at the bakery, first break of the night, I force myself to sit in the corner and actually look around. There's the janitor, thin grey hair, hunched shoulders. He mops a spill by the dock door before anyone trips. 2 women walk straight across the wet patch in sneakers, laugh about their shift, don't even glance at him. He doesn't react, just rings the mop, keeps moving. I think, if I had mopped, someone would have said, "Wow, thanks," like I just saved their life. I know, because it literally happened once. At my cafe job, I wiped a spill near the espresso machine, and 3 customers in a row thanked me like I'd just saved their laptops from drowning. But him? Nothing. And fair, I guess he's doing his job. Why does he need applause for that? Later in the break room, one of the younger guys brings extra sandwiches, homemade, sets them on the table, says quiet. In case anyone forgot dinner. They get eaten fast, wrappers tossed, no one asks his name. I remembered when I once brought in a box of cookies I got for free through a promo at the cafe job too. Everyone acted like I was a saint, asked for the recipe, even offered to pay me for more. This guy brings actual homemade food and doesn't even get eye contact. Weird. Anomaly, I guess. On the commute home, I start testing the theory, and the first thing I notice is the bus driver kneeling the bus for an old man struggling with a cane, but the old guy just grunts, taps his pass, and shuffles on without a word while the driver doesn't blink, just hits the button and keeps going. On the same bus, a young woman climbs aboard carrying shopping bags, and the driver says, "Take your time, love," and she beams back, "Thanks so much." And the whole bus notices and nods like he's a gentleman, Same action, 2 reactions. Weird. I stay behind as the bus empties, curiosity gnawing at me, and finally I blurt out, "Why'd you tell her take your time, but not the old guy with the cane?" The driver glances at me in the mirror, eyes tired like he's had this conversation before, and says, "Because he didn't expect it. He's a man. Men learn early, no one's going to thank them or make space for them." He shrugs and flicks the indicator, adding, "If I did, he'd probably just grunt anyway." Habit. Survival. My stomach tightens, but I force a laugh and say, "That's kind of depressing." The driver doesn't smile, just says, "That's just how it is for most of us. You get used to being invisible?" I slump back in my seat, his words buzzing in my head like a bad song. Used to being invisible? Seriously? Is that really what life feels like for them? But then I think about the janitor, the sandwich guy, even this driver. No one clapped, no one noticed, no one cared. And I hate myself for even wondering if my brother's right. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe this is just men being dramatic again, but nah. Men love playing victim. Give them a mop or a steering wheel, and suddenly it's Oppression Olympics. Ellie rounds us up for dinner. Her treat, except we all know some guy's card will cover it, and sure enough, we're at a mid-tier sushi place, courtesy of Benji, some dude she keeps on a leash with half replies and smile emojis. We sip sake, scroll profiles, and dissect men like Yelp reviews, and Ellie shows us a guy with abs and a boat. Instant yes from all of us. Priya sighs. Ugh, imagine being stuck with normies, no thanks. And we laugh, clink glasses, like average men are a disease you catch. The conversation shifts and Ellie says, "Benji's sweet, but not dateable, you know?" And we nod like it's obvious. Sweet doesn't count unless it comes in a 6-foot package with a sharp jawline. Priya giggles and says, "But hey, he's useful for dinners." And I laugh too, remembering the guys I hit up just for rides or Ubers, the ones who sent food when I said I was too tired to cook. Back then, it felt efficient, even clever. Now it feels a little ugly, hearing it out loud. Later that night, I'm scrolling DMs, staring at the breadcrumb trails I left behind, men I never liked enough to date, but liked enough to use. Their names blurring together, all faceless, all forgettable. And for the first time, I feel a twist in my stomach, like maybe they noticed more than I thought. My brother glances over and smirks. "Try this," he says, shoving his phone into my hand. It's a Tinder profile, normal guy pics, bio fine, nothing creepy. I swipe once, nothing. 10 times, nothing. 20, still nothing. He laughs. No bitterness, just fact. Welcome to being invisible, and says he swiped thousands of times for maybe 5 matches. I blink, defensive. That's not true. Guys get way more matches. And he shrugs. Yeah, guys who don't look like me. I don't have a comeback for that one. I scoff, roll my eyes, and blurt without thinking, "Well, maybe if you tried harder." And the second it leaves my mouth, he freezes, then laughs in disbelief. "You hear yourself right now? That's the same crap women hate hearing." He puts on a mocking voice. "Smile more, dress better, try harder if you want attention," and then drops the act, eyes flat. "That's what you just told me, word for word, just flipped." My cheeks burn, heat crawling up my neck. I want to argue, but it's like he slapped me with my own logic. The next few shifts blur together. Heavy racks, flour in my hair, same faces, and I keep waiting for my brother to be wrong. But nothing changes. The janitor still cleans without thanks, the sandwich guy still feeds. Everyone treats without credit, the drivers unload and vanish like ghosts. I hate how right it feels, like the universe is in on my brother's joke, and then it gets worse. End of the week, the night supervisor claps his hands. "All right, everyone. Friday tradition, company dinner, team eats together." I tag along, mostly because free food beats another sad instant ramen, and we pile into a mid-tier restaurant, long tables, menus sticky from too many hands. The women, including me, claim one side, loud and chattering, phones out, swapping TikToks, gossiping about managers, while the guys scatter on the other side, sandwich boy, crooked teeth, even Ben. They sit quiet, hunched like they've been through this before. One guy tries asking about weekend plans. No one answers. Another cracks a lame joke about the bread we pack. We giggle, but at each other, not at him. Ben just eats slow, eyes on his plate, doesn't even bother trying. They're there, but not there, just background hum while we laugh over them. Then the bill lands on the table, and like magic, the men suddenly exist. One girl leans towards Sandwich Boy, beams. "Oh, you're so sweet. Could you cover me this time? I'll get you back later. Another nudges crooked teeth. You're such a gentleman, right? Split this for us? The shift in tone makes me flinch. It's sugar sweet, flirt light, like this is the moment they'd been saving it for. The men don't argue, don't even look surprised, just sigh, pull out wallets like it's muscle memory. One guy hesitates, hand frozen on his card, fiddles with the edge of it, eyes darting like maybe someone else will step up. The silence thickens, no one says a word. I feel the weight of it too, like the whole table is daring him to cheap out. His jaw flexes, then he swallows hard and pushes the card forward. Expectation trap, sprung clean. I freeze, realizing it's the first time all night they've been acknowledged. Not when they spoke, not when they ordered, not when they tried to join in. Only now, because money's on the table. I flash my usual laugh, automatic mask, but my chest feels heavy, gut twisting, because I see it. The same trick me and my friends pulled for sushi nights and Uber rides, wallets with names, invisible until the check dropped, and it's like looking in a mirror I don't want to admit is mine. I glance across the table and catch Ben watching me. He doesn't smirk, doesn't gloat, just waits until I look, then tilts his glass, eyes steady like he's been saving this one. See? We only matter when the bill shows up. The words hit like a callback and a stab at once, and I look away quick, pretending my food's suddenly fascinating, but my stomach knots like I just swallowed a stone. When I get home later, the apartment's dark except for the TV glow, my brother's still gaming, headset crooked around his neck. He glances up, smirks like he already knows. So, end of the week. You opened your eyes? Still think men aren't invisible? I force a laugh, toss my bag down harder than I need to. Please. You're reaching. Men are fine. The words feel thin in my mouth, brittle. He doesn't push, just studies me for a beat, like he's reading the truth on my face. Then he shrugs and turns back to his game. Yeah, that's what I thought. I curl up on the couch, scrolling my phone like I don't care, but his words, Ben's glass, the bill, it all sits heavy. Because for the first time, I think we both know I saw it too. But whatever. Men stay invisible, and that's their problem, not mine.